Good morning, students. Today we are going to enter into a new unit, that is a partnership firms, basic partnership accounts, that is accounts of partnership firm and fundamentals. Before entering into the chapter, first we recall some points about different forms of organization. Different forms of organization already you are studied in 11th standard. See, the following forms of business organizations are available. 1. Sole trader. 2. Partnership firm. 3. Joint Hindu family business. 4. Public corporation. 5. Government companies. 6. Multinational corporation. 7. Cooperative societies. These are all some of the organizations. But we studied already sole trader form of organization. Then second thing, now we are going to discuss partnership firm. Partnership means partnership firm means more than one person. Minimum 2 person is required to form a partnership. Partnership is formed through agreement. The agreement may be oral or written, but written agreement is the best one to avoid future problem among the partners. So agreement is compulsory. Agreement is compulsory, but the agreement may be oral or written. As per Indian Partnership Act 1932, Section 4, partnership is the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profit of the business carried on by all, or any of them acting for all, who have agreed to share the profit of the business carried on by all, or any of them acting for all. As per Indian Partnership Act 1932, Section 4, the definition is given. So as per definition, minimum 2 person is required. Agreement is compulsory. For what purpose? To admit partner into the partnership firm. 2 more points. One is additional capital is needed. Second thing, someone to have business outlook, experience, knowledge, skill, ability. These are all some of the reasons to admit into the partnership. Some people to contribute capital, some people to contribute business experience, knowledge, skill, outlook. These things also to be considered to appoint as a partner. Or now we can start new branch. Some other reasons, partners may be admitted into the firm or known as a partnership firm. Okay, then in this chapter, first one, the partnership form of organization where 2 or more person carry on some business. The partnership may be for particular activity. For example, construction of building. For example, financial activities, banking business. As per Indian Partnership Act, minimum 2 person is required. Maximum 10 in case of banking business, 20 in case of non-banking business. As per Companies Act 2013, maximum number of partners 50. Maximum number of partners 50 as per Indian Companies Act 2013. Okay, the person who have agreed to carry on the partnership business are individually called as a partner. A person who agreed to the partnership business are individually called as a partner and collectively called as firm. All the partners are called firm. The name under which the business of a firm is carried on is called firm name. Individually called as a partner, collectively called as a firm or firm name. In case of partnership, many persons join together, maybe to raise more capital or provide expertise, knowledge, or to share responsibilities and liabilities. These are all some of the reasons a person to admit into the firm as a partner. Thus, to overcome the limitations, see, some of the limitations are present in sole trader form of organization. Limitation means demerits, drawbacks, disadvantages. Some of the limitations are present in sole trader. One is limited capital, second one is unlimited liability, third one is limited managerial ability. These are all some of the drawbacks are present in sole trader form of organization. These limitations are overcome by partnership. These limitations are overcome by partnership. Okay, then some features of a partnership. What are the features? Partnership is an association of many persons. Minimum 2, maximum 10 in case of banking business, 20 in case of non-banking business. As per Indian Companies Act 2013, maximum number of partners 50. There should be an agreement among the partners to share the profit or loss. Whatever ratio mentioned in the agreement, we have to follow, share the profit or loss as per agreement. If nothing mentioned in the agreement, every partner to share the equal profit or loss. Okay, nothing to be mentioned in the agreement, profit or loss shared by all partners equal. Okay, then the agreement may be oral or written. The agreement must be carry on a business and to share the profit of the business. The agreement must be carry on the business, must be share the profit or loss of the business. Agreement is compulsory, but the registration of partnership is depend upon willing of the partners. A partner is willing to register firm at any time, no problem. Going to register the firm. Or is not willing, no need not to register the firm. But agreement is compulsory, but the registration of partnership is not compulsory. Okay. The business may be carried on by all or any of them acting part. Generally, partnership minimum 2, maximum 10, 20 or 50. But all in practically, all partners are not take part in the management of the business. Only those who have business outlook, those who have experience and knowledge, that people are willing to take part. But other partner only contribute capital but do not take any active interest in the firm. Okay, only few more partner alone to take part in the management of the business. Then, what is meant by partnership deed? Now, the partnership deed is a document in writing the content of the partnership among the partners. Partnership deed is a document in writing that contains the terms of the agreement among the partner. What are the terms and conditions? These terms and conditions are to be mentioned in the partnership deed. What are the terms and conditions? But this partnership deed is not compulsory. Deed. As per Indian Partnership Act, a written agreement is compulsory. But it is desirable to have partnership deed as served as an evidence of the terms of the agreement among the partners. Why should agreement is compulsory? Particularly written agreement is compulsory. because everything to be mentioned in the agreement. If any problem among the partners, if any dispute among the partners, if any one of the partner terminate their connection from the firm, agreement is very useful to solve the problem. That purpose, agreement is compulsory for all partnership firm. Okay, the agreement may be oral or written, but written agreement is the best one. This written agreement is known as a partnership deed or articles of partnership. Okay, partnership deed is a document writing that contains the terms of the agreement among the partners. It is not compulsory for the partnership to have a partnership deed as per the Indian Partnership Act, because already I said agreement may be oral or written. Oral means that is each and every partner put terms and conditions through oral. But written agreement is the best one. Why? To avoid problem among the partners in future. It should be solved. That purpose, the partnership deed is compulsory. Then, what are the content of partnership deed? See, generally, the partnership deed contains the following. 1. Name of the firm. Name of the, for example, ABC Limited or ABC Partnership, and nature and place of the business. What type of business we are going to start? Nature of the business. Place of the business. Suppose if we have any branch, it should be mentioned. Head office to be mentioned. Place of the business. Second, date of commencement of the business. Date of commencement and duration of the business. For short period, 2 years or 3 years or 5 years or a lifelong one. It should be mentioned in the agreement. Third thing, name and address of the each partner. Name and address of the each partner. Then, fourth one, capital contributed by each partner. Some partner contribute capital, some partner do not contribute capital. So, one who contribute capital, how much capital contributed by the partner to the firm. Then, profit sharing ratio. If any profit or loss, it should be shared by all partners according to their agreed ratio. That ratio to be mentioned in the agreement. That is profit sharing ratio. Amount of drawings allowed to each partner. Each and every partner has right to withdraw from the firm for his personal use. It should be treated as a drawings. Drawings may be in the form of cash, in the form of goods or any other kind. Amount of drawings allowed to each partner. It should also mention in the agreement. Rate of interest to be allowed for partner's contribution. Rate of interest to be allowed on capital. And the rate of interest charged on drawings of the partners. Rate of interest drawings. Then rate of interest on loan provided by partner. Some partner contribute loan to the firm. Instead of borrowing from bank, someone partner contribute some amount of loan to the firm. How much interest claimed from the firm? Also to be mentioned in the agreement. Then amount of salary to be allowed to active partner. Already I said all partners not to take part in the management of the business. A few partners are allowed to take part in the management of the business. What salary provide to active partner? Okay, then amount of salary to be allowed to partner. Then maintenance of accounts and audit of partnership. Maintenance of accounts and audit procedures. Then procedure for admission of a new partner. What procedure to be followed at the time of admission of a new partner, also to be mentioned in the agreement. Then procedure for retirement of a partner and the settlement of due to the retiring partner. Procedure. What procedure to be followed at the time of a retirement? Long illness or unwilling to continue, or some other partner give notice to other partner relieved from the firm. What procedure to be followed for settlement of a retiring partner? Then method of valuation of goodwill of assets and liabilities at the time of admission or at the time of retirement or at the time of death of a partner. Okay, method of valuation and valuation of assets and liabilities at the time of admission or at the time of retirement or at the time of death of a partner. Appointment of executor in case of death. Executor means legal hire. If any death may be occur, instead of that particular partner, the legal hire is eligible to get share from the firm. So, appointment of executor in case of death of a partner and settlement of dues to the legal hire. Then, settlement of accounts and dissolution of firm. Settlement of accounts of dissolution of firm. These are all the content of partnership deed. So, the above content are mentioned in the agreement. So, once again, I recall, first we know about the different forms of organization, on what reason particular partner is admitted into the firm, then definition of partnership. As per Indian Partnership Act 1932, Section 4, partnership is the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profit of the business carried on by all, or any of them acting for all. Then features of partnership, then partnership deed. The deed may be oral or written, but written agreement is the best one to avoid future problem among the partners. This written agreement is known as a partnership deed or articles of partnership. Then content of partnership. These are all some of the procedures we discuss in this class. So today class is over. We will discuss later. Thank you, students.